They say life on the farm is hard but honest work. But in Common Ground World, we farm for a greater cause, saving the planet one soil patch at a time. Build an eco-friendly town, leveraging regenerative agriculture, and recover valuable soil. Compete in weekly competitions to earn great prizes. Get rewarded for helping to support our ecosystem and your fellow farmers.
That's what it is. Okay.
Eager
Good morning,
to learn
everyone.
more? Well, head on over to Gala
Technical
Games.
difficulties
Start
today.
playing now.
Let me bring up the town hall. That's the first thing we're going to listen to today. Town hall. How's everyone doing? You should be able to hear me now. For some reason, it was disconnected.
Morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Good. Happy Friday.
Common Ground World Town Hall. We've been doing this since July of 2022. And it was weekly for the first 2.5 years, and now it's every other week.
Yeah, I'll keep it like that.
If you want to know when we are going live, jump on our YouTube channel, subscribe, like it, turn on the bell, and that way you won't have to wonder. We are also live chatting in Discord, and we're reading your comments here in YouTube. So if you have questions,
that's my visualizer. Let me change that. There we go.
And let's see. Who do we have today?
Yeah, that didn't work.
Checking in Discord.
There we go.
O-Town, Drew,
Martin, what's up? Oak and Shield, happy Friday. Mary NG, hello.
Reference there.
Sorry, we're both like mentioning people here.
Hey.
Dubstep Rod, Homeboy, Lexel.
Oh, I got a mention too.
Shadow. All kinds. Oh, White Metal Ape. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice. Unfamous Games. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, Martin.
Nice to see
the mic was messed
chatting.
up or something, or it was disconnected.
I think Farmer Michelle has kept our community super positive and shiny and welcoming. It's not easy work. Thank you, Farmer Michelle.
I try my hardest.
Yeah. So let's see. I have a form I'm going to share in Discord. If you didn't get your questions in ahead of time, you can fill
it might not be loud enough, guys. Let me adjust the volume.
On Thursdays,
it's going to go up a
the
bit
day before we do this. Or if you think about it live while
should
we're
be
doing
good
this,
now.
Message us now on Discord or in YouTube, and we'll answer those questions live in a little bit.
Yep.
It's showing chat. It's not supposed to show
headlines,
that one.
Rewards. What's up with rewards?
We are all up to date with rewards now, so everything has been sent. All of the documents are updated. So we got the leaderboard documents. I'll share that right here in the Discord now.
It's showing chat.
You can always find it in the FAQ channel. But everything is all up to date, and everything is sent, and everything is good.
Rad. Yeah, because sometimes people questions. Hey, when's the reward turn out? What is August's monthly free storage NFT going to be, and how do players get that?
The one for August, which we have not announced yet, but I'm going to announce right now for the first time, will be honey storage. I don't have any art leaks yet, but I will try to find some for everybody next week.
Honey storage is pretty good, actually.
Just for honey. The ways you can get it are, there's a common, an uncommon one, and a rare one. The common one will hold 10 honey. That one you can get by playing Townstar on 10 different days over the course of the month and completing at least 25 trades or sales throughout the month. The uncommon one that you get by running your node.
Rachel, good morning.
It's 7 hours a day for at least, 6 hours a day for at least 10 days.
Because you might not need to build a pantry
and then the
with
rare
honey
one,
storage.
The hard to get one, that one holds
then again,
40 honey that you have to play.
Oh yeah, you might not have to.
25 different days throughout the course of the month, with at least one sale per day, and have 75 total sales throughout the course of the month. That'll work in any of the different game modes. They all combine together. So one day you play Common Ground mode, and the next day you're playing the event mode. It all adds up and combines together. So that rare one is definitely the one to go for. Remember that it doesn't work on fast forward. So if you set up your town on day 4 and fast forward it through the course of the month and don't open it all, that only counts as 2 logins, not 29 or whatever.
True story. You got to be live at the keyboard or the mobile device. Well, that's fun. Okay, so it's not just the
Martin says if you need for glue, then how is only honey good enough?
Provide people with rewards.
Honeycomb.
It's also that monthly storage.
Yeah, and those come in handy. I mean, when I'm playing, I use them all the time.
I mean, yeah, I suppose, Martin, you're still going to need a pantry.
Really useful, especially early on in the game when you've got, you know, and everything is unbalanced and you've got extra stuff producing and you want to make sure they all stay separate so that you've got a special place for everything and you don't lose everything. They definitely come in handy.
My flour storage I use all the time.
No, you don't.
I use
There's
my
no way.
sugar storage every single week during my cash rush.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. Well, maybe for the cash rush.
I'm going to do something a little different. Normally in the game updates, I do the big stuff we're working on. What I used to do when we had 6 and 7 people in here and, you know, we were making sure that everybody knew that we had, you know, we were just a frenzy of activities. I would give the live fixes and basically I would read the changelog aloud. I'm not going to do that full thing, but I will start with our live fixes that are coming out. So y'all won't see this first one, but it, you know, I always like to call out the invisible fixes too. There was if you look at the Godot docs, there's a certain arrangement, a certain architecture of the way that the scenes exist and nodes and
Martin, it would be cool if we had a shrimp.
We were generating
storage.
A bunch of errors because of
one
really
one
weird
fish jump,
exception for some players' towns. It only happened when you went back to the main menu, and it would cause a little bit of a hiccup. So, if you had a certain NFT, and I don't want to say which ones to cause a placebo or whatever, going back to the main menu would cause a little bit of a delay. That's been fixed. The Epic Shrimp Farm has been fixed. It was not. It was crafting too soon. There was also a fix for errors when you had a proximity buff active when you try to go back to the main menu. That one's mostly for us because it was spamming the logs, didn't harm any players. And then refueling component. Well, that's internal. Sorry, there were some fixes we made to the worker logic. Let's say that.
Some people mentioned that.
We call it refueling internally, but there were some Z fighting issues. Those definitely would have been visual. Those have been fixed, and we will provide the release notes when it goes out. So. All right. So the next 3 updates are about the daily challenges. Now, if you send in your question, which some of you guys did, about, hey, what's the progress and all that, listen up, because later when we get to the Q&A, I'm just going to say, hey, refer back to 3 minutes ago or whatever. So daily challenges, it's going well. I want to start with the exciting news for me. I'm a people person. We got a new hire for a backend dev. Actually, he's an old school Gala dev who's been here the whole time. He's been on another team though for almost 2 years, and we finally stole him back, and we're very happy. He's
so back. Happy. Yeah, I was so excited to hear he was coming back.
Yeah, me too. He actually worked on the Play Canvas version of the game, so that he brings all that knowledge and history and everything back, and he's joining our backend team because he's a backend dev and he enjoys that. So,
hey, maybe it's Mao.
Yeah, so we are still testing.
Is it Mao or is it Mark? Really well. Who else could it be?
I'll give you a little details on some
Mao's
of the features
not a dev,
that we've merged into our
neither one of them are
over the past week or so. Analytics. You're saying like, why is Volcron talking about analytics? That's nerd stuff. Well, we actually look at analytics for more than just busting cheaters. We also look at it to find out what features are really being used. And anytime somebody's like, there's a dispute or confusion or whatever.
I thought so, Rachel, but it can't be Mao. He's not a dev.
Then this happened. So that's normally the last pieces that you put in because they're really simple to add and all that. So we've added more analytics. We've been cleaning up the UI, text formatting, centering, doing things like that. And the challenge HUD updates, there were some redundancies. There were timers you didn't need to see twice, remove things like that. And then other nice things like adding a feature flag, things like that for testing. For the back end, we're optimizing for the bandwidth. You won't see this too much from your client machines, whether it's mobile or desktop, but it's from our server back to
I see you asked in chat, server. Martin.
But that increases capacity and is going to help us scale. So we've optimized a bit for bandwidth there for this feature. One thing that one of our devs added that I think is a great idea, I'm glad they did, is that when you click claim in the daily challenge, first thing it's going to do is save your town, and then it's going to do the claim. We didn't want a case where, the town saves automatically every minute. You guys know that. And the town saves when you go back to the main menu or when you close the browser.
Mohammed, hello,
but if you
welcome
put an
to the
NFT
stream.
down or 3 rewards NFTs down and hit claim, we wanted to make sure that the back end had a record of what your town actually looked like when you hit claim. So we put that in, pretty simple. And there were some back-end vulnerabilities as well. Those have been fixed.
So it's going to take a picture of your town, basically.
Obviously not going to go into details on that.
But in code, not an actual picture.
And more security and stuff in lock on the claiming. Remember, we're going to do the owner of the NFT gets a cut and the person actually using it. So those percentages, I think right now are 90-10. The person using it, putting it in their town, borrowing it from the guild, that person gets 90%, I think it is, subject to change, tiny text, disclaimer voice and all that. Mm-hmm. And then the owner gets some percent. So we had to do some math there to make sure that all the servers line up on that. So pretty good progress. It's looking nice. And we are looking forward to getting that out pretty soon. I don't want to say an exact date, but I think 2 weeks ago, I said it'd be due by the end of August, and that's what we're shooting for. So we will see.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. People have been wanting this for evers. And then a quick update on upgradable NFTs, which comes after this.
Okay.
Yeah, we're reworking the UI. Hopefully, we'll have enough time that we'll be able to actually put the effects, what does this building even do? Or what does this worker even do? What does it store? What can it deliver to? What buffs are affecting it and all that? Hopefully we're going to be able to add all that info into the game. So you're not going to have to go to any third-party sites or anything to look at that.
I'm so excited for all that stuff to happen.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's long overdue. Now, we're probably not going to add a... Yeah. So that's exciting, and it's necessary for the upgradable NFTs, because imagine you have 4 of some NFT, and you never want to upgrade one of them for whatever reason. The second one you do want to upgrade, and it's pending because, let's say, I don't know, all the crypto networks are slow that day or something. It's pending for whatever reason. A third one, same NFT, is no longer level 1. It's already been upgraded. It's level, let's say, 10 out of 20. And the fourth one is in your guild library, so it's not eligible to be upgraded because it's being used. So that's 4 separate states, which effectively make those 4 separate NFTs. It gets visually very complicated very fast. So, yeah. Anyway, that's not necessarily entirely engineering problem.
Yeah, Carbon, they're talking about the daily challenges, which
people working on that
has been mentioned for over a year now, but it is a new way to earn.
Third category, you guys are asking about, hey, we had this, kind of a left turn for a little bit to do a redesign of the homepage, redesign of the menus. We're going to add, certain features to the Common Ground World mode. Where's all that work? We took some time off daily challenges to do it. All that work is going to be merged in after daily challenges goes live. It's pretty much done. So hope that was our game updates. Hope that was useful for everybody.
It was a great round of updates.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, let's scoot on to Q&A. First one's for Farmer Michelle. This was a big one. You wrote your name. I hope you don't mind me saying who sent it. It's Vishti. Thank you for this. The question was basically about game balance. Like, are we always going to require super huge, expensive NFTs in order to win? That was his kind of summary of his question.
I would think, yeah.
What do you think about that, Farmer Michelle?
Yeah, well, what I can say is that, there will always be NFTs in the game. It's an NFT game.
Carbon, it's the daily challenge mode. It's not in the game yet.
If they didn't, there wouldn't be that much incentive to have them. So it's kind of the whole intent behind the NFTs is to give an advantage. That's what they're there for. So that will always be the case. There will be changes to the way NFTs are coming out and the way pricing and stuff is once we go to upgradables, because you'll be able to buy the lower level and then upgrade it, to your satisfaction, depending on what you are trying to get out of that NFT. So it will be a bit different once we switch over to selling upgradable NFTs. But I mean, long story short, there will always be NFTs, and people who have more NFTs, higher powered NFTs, will likely do better if they, have practice and everything. Having NFTs isn't everything. You do have to understand strategy and how to play the game and how it all works properly as well.
I agree with that.
NFTs are meant to give advantage.
Yeah. Well, and that's something nice about the NFT upgrade system that we're going to add as well, is that, okay, maybe 2 people buy an NFT, it's at the same level, has the same effects, but then the person who plays all the time and upgrades it, theirs is actually better. So it's interesting. So I got a live question I'm going to address here in a minute. Paste that, and we'll proceed with our pre-filled questions here. Will the amount, for you, Farmer Michelle, will the amount of NFTs per node be increased when daily challenges are turned back on? I have more than 20 NFTs, and I would like to lend
that
out
would be nice,
and have them earn for me.
But I already know the answer to that.
Oh, yes. Once you start increasing your node level, once with the upgradable,
increase the node level,
then yes, there'll be like more slots to put in more NFTs. You'll have a bigger slots for guild members, so you can grow your guild size. So yeah, all of that'll be a part of upgraded node NFTs.
Okay. Next question's about competition time. Can it be shortened from 3 to 2 days?
That's completely up to you guys as a community.
Can it be shorted from 2 to 3 days?
Is because that's what was voted on by the community in the last few surveys. It's been 3 days for a while now. I think we changed it from 4 down to 3.
Yeah, from
like
4
a year
to
and
3.
a half ago, maybe. There will be another quarterly survey coming out soon.
2-day competition.
I'll try to get it out this coming week.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
We'll see. Maybe it'll change. I don't know.
It really doesn't. 3 days, I think, is a sweet
Next
spot.
Next question. Oh my gosh.
4 days was better for no NFT players.
Every week. How did I miss
every
this one?
Every single week.
Can the road requirement for the Valentine's stand be removed since it's
there it is
since
again.
It's a legendary? I thought you were going to say since it's a stand. What about that?
We'll definitely consider it. It's not a top priority for us right now, but we'll look into it at some point. We went over it a couple of weeks ago. The reason why the road was originally removed from the wheat stands was just because feed was changed from requiring 1 wheat to requiring 2 wheat. So in order to account for that change, we removed the road requirement from the wheat stands, and that was where it all started. And lately NFTs that have been selling just have been not requiring roads at all. Not just stands, but all different kinds of NFTs. So. But the Valentine's stand was sold before we made that change as well. So, I don't know. We'll definitely look into it. I don't know if it'll happen or not. We'll see.
All right. Let's see. It looks like I have a 2, 3, 4.
Oh, let me read the question for you.
4 in a row here.
All right. This question says, what happened to Town Star Forever? Not the slow Common Ground world version, but the persistent town with goals, quests, achievements, expansion, etc. This is what should have been worked on these past 6 months if you really wanted to.
It got rebranded.
Right. Yeah, our game design doc still has all that. And there's even, of course, in our source code, there's all these, we use feature flags for some stuff. We compile out with if-defs, if you know what I'm talking about, other stuff. There's things like XP meters and things that you guys don't see that was worked on for Town Star Forever. So
yeah, because that was mentioned
before.
Stuff
to go to waste. But, and you're probably sick of hearing me saying this, but we got to fulfill our promises. That's our number 1 priority. Reputation, huge. You make promises, you got to fulfill them. So we're getting through all of our promises throughout the rest of this year and excited to do so. That's daily challenges, experiments here and there too, right? Like the UA and user acquisition and stuff like that. So, all right. Hope that helps. TLDR,
There's definitely some cool features as a part of Town Star Forever that I would love to see come to the game. Sooner once we finish all of these promises. Even the stuff like happiness bars that we'd all talked about, all that kind of stuff would be super cool, especially with all the restaurants that are in the game now. If your workers are happy because they've got plenty of salmon paninis floating around, maybe they'll work faster. And that stuff is definitely an exciting game level. That'll be cool if and when it does happen. All right, you want me to read that next question?
Yes, please.
It says, why a lot of times do I receive an orange town when I see other players with a green town in the same competition?
I don't know why that color stuff happens. I've seen it
send me
before
a
too.
screenshot. I'm Volcron there on Discord, or contact Farmer Michelle. Be sure to tell us what browser and operating system you're on.
I think it does depend on
WebAssembly.
Yeah, like the browser
shaders and implementation of shaders and how textures are loaded. There's a million browsers out there and a million versions. So yeah, just let us know.
Yeah, I see. Is it Tati from Gem sent me a DM with the screenshot from theirs and all the information about it. So I will pass that along to you, and then we can definitely look into it.
Alrighty.
All right.
So Tati has the orange town.
Any plans to enable playing Common Ground World in Telegram?
Oh, probably not. Although the game is a web app. Yeah, right now a lot of the Telegram apps are written in kind of more of what you'd call SPA, single page app type things. React, Vue, plain JavaScript, stuff like that. So I know there's some Unity apps out there. We may do a Common Ground World Tapper one day, and if that goes well, we might talk about porting this game to it. But
Common Ground World Tapper. I never even checked out the other Tapper game, that Treasure Tapper one.
If you want to get really creative and authorized, I'm going off the cuff here. Don't let Mark hear me say this. But it may be interesting to control your town or your guild or something through Telegram, through bot commands or something like that. But for no promise. It's just that's an idea, right? Very lightweight things like that, like collect earnings, something. Okay.
I don't really see how that would work.
Pre-filled.
It says,
but yeah, they're not going to do that anyways.
Launch the daily challenge by the second quarter, but what about progress?
All right. Well, I went over daily challenge progress above. If that did not answer your questions, ask again in CGW discussion or DM me directly.
He said they're on track to still finish by what they said before, which is the end of this month.
Next last one's for you.
So if it's not done within 2 weeks, then they're late.
Guild competition.
At this time, we're still unsure. I did ask Riant, and there's no plans in the immediate future to run another one. So, like I said last week, as soon as I know, you guys will know. But as of right now, there's not any immediately coming up.
Do people miss the guild competitions? At the moment, I don't miss it.
It's so helpful to be in a guild and help your friends out.
I'm still hoping they optimize the guilds a bit more. Like, let's wait for a guild update and then do guild competitions.
Sandbox mode.
And see if it improves.
I don't know. I think that would be low lift, high reward. I think that would be awesome. We've talked about it on varying levels. Me personally, what I would stick in the sandbox mode would be, of course, the inventory you have, but maybe even also any of the NFTs that are up for sale in the store. Like a try before you buy thing. Now, I'm not a marketer or sales guy. I don't know if that's good or bad for sales, but
it is good.
Other options for sandbox mode
it's been mentioned so many times.
We'll just expose all the NFTs, right? That way you can literally try anything. That helps the secondary markets as well. Like, hey, bro, I got my Orb of Light or whatever up for sale. Try it in sandbox mode. See if you want to buy it from me. I think that would be helpful for everybody, and I'd like to see us do that at some point.
Sure, it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Okie dokie.
That's not even Q&A. Like that necessary, but yeah, it's helpful.
Oh, this one is for, let's see, Dubstep Rod. Does the new NFT going on sale today have reduced craft times and faster movement speed for the chef?
We'll get some clarity right here.
About that, Farmer Michelle?
The craft times are the same as the standard craft times that show up in the game, with all the ghost cards applied and everything. Blueprints and other, like the pasty or the Barista Palace and all that. So it'll get all the buffs, but the standard craft time is still the same as they are in those other buildings where the crafts are normally made. I do believe that the worker's faster than like the in-game one. Let me check the document and get back to you in just a second.
Okay. App answered question. I thought so.
While she's checking that, next question's from Martin.
I'll get back to that later.
A little bit of confusion
and talk to you guys about
it. Upgradeable NFTs in the context of guilds. The confusion or the question is, let's say I own an NFT. I work hard on it. I buy upgrade materials. I get all the way up to level 20. Well, let's say level 15. And it's awesome. I stick it in my guild. Somebody checks it out in my guild. They put it in their town. Now I upgrade it to 16. What happens? Well, you have to have it. This is one of those gameplay things that it's kind of an edge case, honestly. I don't think we've thought about. We could go either way. Okay, you have to revoke it from your guildmate before you can upgrade it. That's one option. The other is you upgrade it and it automatically gets upgraded in their town. That's another option. A third is that you're not allowed to upgrade at all if it's in the guild library. So,
that would be the simplest option.
On what you think would make that more fun and engaging, fill them out. Let us know.
To keep it
certainly
simple,
are going to do things our way, but
I
definitely want to hear from how you would use it.
I don't think you should be able to upgrade NFTs if they're in the guild library.
There were guild features that we just didn't predict you guys would use. I thought, guilds are going to be small, medium, large groups of people who do things together. It's going to be cool. What we didn't expect was up until before the competition, people would be jumping between guilds rapidly. Never saw that coming. So there's always this kind of emergent behavior.
They don't know gamers, so especially in the play to earn game.
Answers your question, Martin. I think that is. Oh, here's another one from O-Town. Let me fill this one out. Let's see. O-Town says, can we have sales for older NFTs when we do Starlight Market Box metas? For example, Hot Chocolate Chalet would be useful for next week. Current price is $300, but that price was set when Gala price was much higher. Probably won't be many sales based on that. A flash sale might generate some more sales.
He's got a point.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any plans for any big flash sales or anything coming up soon. I haven't heard anything from Rian about any. But I know that kind of stuff is always on his radar. So
you hear that? It's up to Rian.
Yeah, I'll send it to him right now. That's cool. Okay. Any other live questions? Oh, Dubstep Rod, who will take over Ninja Surprises position?
I did ask that.
We have not heard. Hopefully somebody.
Okay.
You will be missed, Ninja Surprise.
I know at least temporarily I'll be doing socials as well. So.
Oh.
That's okay. I was wondering about that too.
All right, we got some feedback.
If I remember, I'll talk a little bit about that after as well.
Let me scroll.
Mohammed says Tapper Game is wasting time, not entertaining. Yeah.
Martin,
I believe that. The tweets on Miss Guild competition, it was so fun until they screwed up the rewards.
Should the owner of an NFT ever be locked out of taking their NFT back to use it?
No.
That's something we'll probably never do. The owner, it's your property,
I mean, that's what happens in Champions Arena, right?
Out of anybody's town.
Yeah, that's what happens in Champions Arena.
If you do that if you're a big meanie and you play jokes on people and they put your great NFT in their town, and you yank it back just to be mean, they probably won't stay in your guild, right?
Right.
So
exactly. You're not going to be able to recruit many members if everyone's saying how bad of a guild leader you are.
Yeah.
Kenny, yeah, the composting facility and the
Moise
academy.
Would like to know all the major points.
That's the only ones right now, I believe.
Okay, so like kind of a sanitized outline maybe of what we talked about. All right. Well, I love chatting with you guys. It looks like the live questions are kind of slowing down a little, so let's move on to the meta/event at Farmer Michelle.
Let's do it. So this week we were doing sushi boats. Hopefully everybody likes the new sushi boat recipe with the new ebimaki sushi in there. I think it's a fun change to the sushi boat recipe. It's got a little bit more variety.
I think it did make it a little easier.
So hopefully everyone likes that. Next week, we're doing a Starlight Market Box meta again, and this one's going to have salmon panini, mocha coffee, and the wooden box. It should be a relatively easy one. Mocha coffee is not too hard to make. Salmon paninis are pretty easy. And there's no other ingredients aside from the wooden box. So we'll see how that goes. Not sure what kind of picnic that is. I don't know that I would bring mocha coffee and salmon paninis on a picnic, but Each their own, right? So that's the meta this week. The cash boosts are going to be cornstarch and marshmallows. So cornstarch is going from 2,300 to 6,000. Marshmallows going from 9,000 to 25,000. The biome is a desert. We've got an ocean to the north, a desert to the east, a river to the south, and another desert to the west. Trade time there is 100 seconds and still 1 gasoline. One of these days we might do a 2 gasoline one. We'll see.
I like the gas setup they have here.
The rewards for this week are the standard Gala rewards and a blueprint for the Hasty Ice Cream Shop. So
Gonna come in handy for the
if you guys want me to share it again
2 ice cream metas we're getting soon.
Find it quick.
Vanilla and strawberry.
But don't forget that you don't need to sell Starlight Market boxes in order to get that uncommon level. If you're just going for the uncommon level, you just have to. Oh no, you do have to. You have to sell at least 100 of the Metacraft in order to get that uncommon one, but that's it. You don't have to rank any higher than 1,200. There's no like point requirement or anything. So the diamond one's gonna do a 10% ice cream scooper walking speed boost. Platinum is 9%, legendary is 8, epic 7, rare 6, and the uncommon is 5% ice cream scooper walking speed boost. So those are rewards for this week. I think I got everything.
Cliff, you'll be able to upgrade it using dirt and upgrade
flavors.
materials.
They're going to be very similar to the chocolate ice cream cone. If you're looking for leaks now, there's your leak for the next 2 weeks. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Nice.
No, Rachel, the craft time is the same. It's just, yeah, it does feel like we need more wasabi.
I will move on to
I
the NFT
think
sales
because of the new craft,
Cafe
the Ebimaki.
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it. That's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, also wasabi needs shade, but we do need more wasabi now
so
because of the new
the first
sushi.
15 of them, they're $199. Second tier is $219. Third tier is $239. Fourth tier is $279, and the last tier is $299. There's 250 of them in the store. It is a legendary NFT. Not in the announcement, but said earlier today is that the worker that comes with it is 2 times faster than the standard barista. So it's a barista unit. The craft times for all the crafts are the same as they are, or would be, at whatever building they're made at.
This wasn't addressed, so I assumed that it wasn't part of the NFT. I'll share my thoughts on this
that give boost to those
after
this also apply
the
to
tunnel.
this NFT, so it won't be like the table of appreciation where we had some issues with like the wine not adjusting appropriately with the boosts cards from the sommelier vineyard NFT. So that should all be accounted for before this one goes live. The different crafts that it makes will be the salmon panini, the lasagna,
Cecil, hello.
Mocha coffee, sangria, chocolate ice cream cones, apple pie, and fancy cake. All of those details on what their crafts are
all here.
In the announcements. They all have a little bit less ingredients than they would at their normal crafting building. For example, the salmon panini has 2 less lettuce at this cafe NFT,
which
at the
is not that big of a deal.
Lasagna has 1 less pasta sauce and 1 less flour.
That's actually a pretty good deal. That lasagna one.
3 less coffee beans and 1 less water, so no water at all. The sangria will have 1 less sugar and 1 less strawberry. Chocolate ice cream cone will have 1 less ice block and 1 less salt. The apple pie will have 1 less flour and 1 less cornstarch, and the fancy cake will have 1 less chocolate bar. So it's a pretty good assortment of stuff. We kind of try to think of it as like a restaurant with a menu.
I hear a crow.
I think it's a pretty.
I don't know whose crow it is, or a bird or something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You guys hear it? Maybe it's coming from outside.
Thank you, Farmer Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Starlight Market Box, Muhammad. That's what it is.
All right. Well, there is. I'm going to paste a little bit of text after this. I'll tag the person who asked for a kind of a text summary because they cannot listen to the town hall. You could always turn on transcriptions. Check the YouTube channel and look.
That's a good way to do it. Yeah.
Today's stream,
I write some notes down, but like not everything, and a lot of it is repeat info.
If you want more details. So yeah. All right. Well, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. Farmer Michelle, awesome hanging out with you again. And I think that's it for the day.
Sounds good.
All right. See y'all later. Remember to like and subscribe. See you later.
You almost forgot to say it. Yeah, I heard that crow, right? Or is it just me? Well, I don't hear it no more. Okay, let me take that off. Put some background music. Once again, how's everyone doing? I know I started the stream late. I woke up kind of late too. That's one of the reasons. Shuffle this. There we go. Got some quiet background music. I'm gonna post a summary of some notes I took on my Discord. Doubt I got everything. And also I wanted to write down what they say about, yeah. Let me write down one more thing. And I'll go over these points that I wrote down. World. Okay. So this is what I got from the whole town hall. They fixed various bugs, such as some bugs that happen like whenever you go to the loading screen, it takes longer because of some NFTs you had placed down. That was kind of a weird thing to mention. But also the unit pathing, I know some people saw that, like how the builders work differently. And maybe some of the workers, I'm not exactly sure, but I do know people mentioned it about the builders. Like they have different priority when building stuff. I haven't really paid attention to that. But yeah, I guess that's the reason why. They said one of the back-end devs is coming back to work on the game. I guess it's not anybody we knew, but they used to work on it during the Play Canvas version. Volcron said when you finish the daily challenge and you click claim, it's gonna take like it's gonna record how your town looked like. I describe it as taking a picture, but it's not really taking a picture. It's more like copying the text. Like your build, your town is basically like a big text file. Like you might know what I'm talking about whenever you like save your town on the visualizer, like on Build Hub, it's just a text file. So that's the same thing as doing. It's just taking a record of text of what your town looks like every time you click claim on your daily challenge. I guess this serves as proof to the Common Ground World team of how your town looked like every time you click the claim rewards once the daily rewards come back. So that makes sense in case you say like you didn't get something, but it turns out you forgot to place some of your NFTs down. So yeah, that's a good thing. Volcron mentioned that he said we're reworking the UI, and that was in regards to upgrading the NFTs. I'm not exactly sure what he meant by that, but we're not going to know much more about the upgrade NFT process until after daily challenges are done. So probably later this year. He mentioned the work for the new art or the UI on the start screen is done. I think he was referencing this that they've showcased for the past couple of weeks. So that's all done. It's just not in the game yet. He said that's not going to be in the game until after daily challenges are done or sometime after that. These next two things are not new, but it was mentioned again. So increasing the guild NFT inventory slots beyond 20 would require upgrading the node, which, yeah, the node is one of the upgradable NFTs, but we're not to that point yet. And they will consider removing the road requirements of the Valentine's Day stand in the future. I'm pretty sure I know who asked this question. And I brought it up before as well, because people keep mentioning it. I think they will do it, just apparently it's not important right now. And I think the people who want that to happen the most are the ones that do Jam Rush. At the moment, there's no immediate plans to run a guild competition. I think that's fine. It does seem like some of you missed the guild competitions. I think they should wait until they update the guild system once more. At least give us a way to delete guilds, rename them maybe, or make it to where everybody can share their NFTs as long as they have like the officer position in their guild, right? Not everybody, like not recruits, but as long as you have somebody that's like an officer, you promote them to an officer. Can I actually check? I actually did not realize this. I'm realizing this right now. So when you click manage, you can see when they last got online. So Cliff, who's here, it says you're online. And Izuma hasn't gotten online in 2 days. Is that true? Sorry, I'm kind of like showing... Yeah, 20 days, that makes sense. Okay. 13 days, so you didn't participate. A minute. That's interesting. Sorry, that's brand new to me. I actually did not know you could check the last time somebody logged in from there. That's completely new to me. I never tried that. There's one more thing here, huh? 2 more things. Ninja Surprise, he did say he's leaving Gala yesterday. So best of luck to him. He was the one that was in charge of like the social media posts. He was scheduling all the posts on X, or formerly known as Twitter, as we always have to say. So for now, Farmer Michelle did say she will take care of that at the moment. She's not sure if they'll find a replacement or when they will. I have some speculations on why that may have happened. Perhaps it's due to layoffs, but I'm not exactly sure. That's just pure speculation. Sure, hopefully they find somebody else, or maybe instead they hire another developer, which seems like that's what they did. They hired back one of the back-end developers, like Volcron mentioned earlier. Because yeah, maybe. Well, what do you guys prefer? Somebody that handles social media posts, or another developer? I think the developer would be a better idea, but maybe that's just me. And the NFT. I asked both of these questions, right? But the NFT one, when they mentioned the new NFT, which I'm gonna go to that right here, I might as well talk about it. Cafe des Etoiles, however you pronounce it. I don't know how we're gonna shorthand that. The cafe NFT, although I think there's already a cafe NFT. But anyways, this NFT, which is like the legendary table of appreciation, except not really. The great thing about the table of appreciation is that it crafts stuff with reduced craft requirements. It crafts them at half the craft speed, and the workers move twice as fast. So for this building, reduced craft requirements, that's here. Double the movement speed for the worker, yes. But the craft times are the same, which is a bummer. That's one of the disappointing things about this NFT, in my opinion. The craft times are the exact same as they are for these and their respective buildings. Yes, the effect cards work, which is great. It would be horrible if they didn't. But I don't really like that. I can see the utility of it. Like, yeah, anytime you do a competition that you have to craft one of these, like for the next competition, we got to make 7 panini. Yeah, this is going to come in handy, I guess. Saves you 2 lettuce, which that's another thing. I don't actually think that's helpful. But I don't really think it's that worth it, because it doesn't have that 50% craft time reduction. If it did have the craft time reduction, I do think it would be a good NFT, just like the table of appreciation. But because it doesn't, I don't really think it is. I'm not interested in this NFT. Honestly, when the Table of Appreciation first came out, I wasn't interested in it either. I wasn't actually interested in that NFT until they buffed it sometime after. So maybe they'll change it with this one, who knows? But I'm just sharing my thoughts about it. And for all of these crafts, I'm not going to go over all of them, but like salmon panini, 2 less lettuce. Most of the people who are going to get this NFT probably have spring gardens, like at least 2 of them. So they already get passive lettuce. This 2 less lettuce isn't going to help here. The only one here that seems the most helpful is lasagna. 1 less pasta sauce. I think pasta sauce is annoying to make. Maybe that's just me because I don't have the sauce facility NFTs, but it does require a bunch of salts. So I do see an opportunity to rush lasagna. It's not going to be easy, but it is possible. You would need a bunch of tables of appreciation to make the cheese, but then you can use the rest of the ingredients to make lasagna on here. But yeah, it's probably not even worth it to rush lasagna, but there's an idea that you could do if you had enough of them. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the new NFT. Doesn't seem that great in my opinion. I'm not interested in getting it. So there's that. I did get the wasabi stand though. Of course, if you guys saw on Tuesday, I was interested in this one, so long as I could get it within the first 2 tiers that they sold it for. And I am interested in the apple stand, which hasn't come out yet, but that one I think I can get some more use out of it. So Mohammed asked earlier, what's the next competition? It's Starlight Market Box, and this one consists of salmon panini and mocha coffee. 2 items that we have made before. I have no NFT build showcases out for them, and I can show you them in a moment. I'll search them up. So you kind of have to mix them together and then craft some wooden boxes and add a boxing facility to box them up. So Cecil says it's more on balance NFT side, so it's good for game. I suppose it's not like super overpowered, but there's a good amount of NFTs that are now, so you got to compare them to those. Yeah, Rachel, I know you want the road requirement removed for the strawberry stand as well. Cliff says currently at 200, probably will fall beyond 225. But with an hour to go, I mean, I guess it's possible, but best of luck, Cliff. Rachel, I was top 100 until everyone else started logging on. Alright, well, I didn't get to show this, but here it is. I didn't make any new adjustments since I stopped streaming on Tuesday. So I still have the empty spot over here. I know Spartans mentioned that I can rotate my fishing nets, which I always forget to do, and this will improve my salmon production rates. But it's not, I don't really care about the salmon production rate. I think my bottleneck is white rice anyways. Production rates is close to 300 sushi builds per hour. I actually had this running all night, but then I had to refresh it again. And it was showing a 295 sushi boat rate, so that's what I put on the thumbnail. So this is making somewhere around there, 295 or 300 per hour. I did adjust the Ebimaki rate. I actually did adjust that, huh? What did I do? I think I rotated some of these. This one's what I rotated. At first I did rotate these, but then I rotated these and this one. Sorry, I can barely remember. But I rotated the sushi restaurants making Ebimaki to get it closer to 300 per hour. Eel nigiri is still at 300, and salmon nigiri is basically as close to 300 as it can be. I need some more white rice to get that perfectly balanced. But yeah, it's good. I'm happy with this build. It wouldn't have worked as well if I didn't buy the rare wasabi stand, since that's how I designed it at first. And of course, because I got to borrow these, so that helped a lot too. I made it to 1 billion stars. So right now, rank 38. I do seem to be holding on to top 50, which is good. That was my intention with this build and this production rates. So yeah, happy about that. Looks like I'll make top 50. Top 25 was out of the question. I already know that. Damn, Rocky and Spartans are gonna duke it out for top 25. And that's assuming nobody else logs in, which there's probably somebody, unfortunately, that still has to log in there. But we'll see how that turns out. Dini, hello, welcome. There was probably something else that I wanted to mention, but I don't remember. And I see Volcron has his own quick summary of the town hall, and it actually looks very nice. So maybe I will screenshot that and put it on my Discord as well. Probably has more notes than I do. New NFT going on sale. Yeah, rewards are up to date. I forgot to mention the monthly free storage NFT, which is the honey storage. That's right. It's like the first thing they talked about. Daily challenge, aka DC. When I see DC, it to me it means disconnect. I do hope they make these quick summaries every time. They're the ones talking about it, so they would be better off making the summary. Make this bigger and take a screenshot. Okay. Oh, that was me taking a screenshot, my bad. Volcron summary. Okay, there we go. So how's everyone else doing in this competition? Mohammed says, so I need to use Rare Coffee Bin NFT for the first time. The Rare Coffee Bin NFT, which one are you referring to? Rare Coffee Bin NFT. Do I even have any coffee NFTs? I don't think I do. Oh, this. Oh, the Rare Coffee Bean storage. That's what you meant. I guess, yeah, you could use it. You could also use a silo, but you probably need multiple silos, so yeah. Yeah, it should help. There was something else I was gonna go back to. Yeah, the daily challenges, in case some of you are not aware. Well, I was going to talk about the upgrade NFTs. That's what it was. Sorry, I'll go back to that. The upgradable NFTs is going to happen sometime after the daily challenges. The way I understand it's going to happen, based off what they said, you're going to need dirt to upgrade your NFTs, and you're also going to need upgradable materials. I think that's what they're called. Upgrade materials. There's going to be different rarities of these materials, and my original understanding is that you would get these from the guild competitions. It's all subject to change, right? They can do whatever they want, but that was my original understanding. Another way they could do it, but they didn't mention this, but they could make it to where the daily challenges also give you upgrade materials. That way, no NFT players have an incentive to do them. But yeah, my understanding, you'll need dirt and upgrade materials to upgrade NFTs. Only some NFTs will be upgradable, and really the only 3, I guess, that exist right now that will be upgradable is the composting facility, which sucks right now, but once it's upgradable, it might be pretty good. And then there's the academy, which is useless right now, but it's gonna let you spend dirt to get temporary buffs, which I don't think is worthwhile at the moment. Maybe in the future it will be, but I don't think that's gonna be too worthwhile. And the guild node, that's gonna be upgradable as well. Going back to my thoughts on daily challenges, yes, it's going to be another way to earn, like Carbon was asking. We've had it before, like 2 years ago, we had daily challenges. Daily earning is what we called it. You would place down a reward NFT, as I call them. A reward NFT is an NFT that qualifies for town points, such as the rare solar panel, the Express Depot, which a lot of people have. Haunted Mansion ones, like the West Wing, East Wing, Haunted Porch. I have a whole list of these NFTs on the Townstar playbook if you want to check it out. I could probably go through my inventory and tell you which ones, but there's quite a couple of them. All the new NFTs that have come out since then do not qualify for any town points. So yeah, if you are interested in the daily challenges, you need to make sure that you have the NFTs that give you the town points. Otherwise, you'd be doing the daily challenges for no reason, I guess. Because yeah, that's the only way to earn, is by having these reward NFTs placed down. Or you can borrow them from the guild. Cranebot's another one. I had some Cranebots here earlier, but I don't anymore. So yeah, like Cranebots give 100 town points. That's what they're set to give. That's what they used to give, which should be the same number. But yeah, if you were to borrow an NFT from your guild that gives town points, according to Volcron right now, you would get 90% of that, and the owner would only get 10%, which is a horrible rate. I'm pretty sure people will ask for like a slider where you can pick what percentage you get or something, because yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, there will be a way for you to borrow NFTs and get town points that way. That's true. Yeah, it only makes sense to do daily challenges if you have NFTs to get town points from them. One man 36 at the moment, so you're right next to me. Yep, I see that. Well, did we have the exact same rate? Because it seems like it. Got 4 dev people here. Quixotics here too. Simo. Cool. Yeah. Hello, Joan. I'm trying to see if there was something else I was gonna go back to, but like something else I was gonna talk about. You guys have any questions? Let me know. Doing 306? Yeah, you should have me beat for sure. I was never doing 306. The most I was doing was 305. But even then, I was only averaging 300. Maybe I finished my build like half an hour before you, but you still passed me up. In a moment, I'm going to search up what my no NFT 7 Panini build and my no NFT Mocha Coffee build look like. Gotta find them on this other screen. Salmon Panini was 4 months ago. Mocha Coffee was 6 months ago. You Rush Smokes Mine? I believe that. Yeah. Girl Gamer, hello. Just slipped to 101. So close to the top 100. Okay, I found both of them. Salmon Panini, I did 29 per hour with no NFTs. Mocha Coffee, I did up to 35 per hour with no NFTs. I think that's after doing a tweak that I mentioned in there. So let me bring up the Salmon Panini one first. Trying to make that bigger. There I am with a big old smile sharing the Salmon Panini build. Let me adjust this a little more. Okay, that works. Girl Gamer doing 251 per hour. And that got you top 100, huh? Well, not, I guess not top 100 no more, but yeah, I thought it would get you at least top 100 at least. Eddie says missing out on top 50, 64th with a 278. Damn, yeah, I thought that would get you, yeah, top 50. I'm surprised, no, actually, well, I'm top 50, right? And I'm doing like 300 per hour. And I'm actually 48th place now. But that's because I finished early, so I guess you needed to be like 300 per hour to be top 50. Alright. Yeah, so this is the no NFT Salmon Panini build. It was doing 29 per hour. No NFTs required. This is what it looked like. You only needed a few wild net fishing. I only used 3 of them. Had a gas setup with oil pumps. I didn't even utilize all the spots. Like I had 3 spots over here I didn't utilize. Just had 2 cafes. Did have a bunch of lettuce fields. And a setup for milk. So I don't think I did like the best job on this one, but it was still a good build. And then I have, my bad. Then I have this one. See if I can find it. Okay, it's loading. Oh, you can see it from here though. 35 per hour. Why did it get stuck loading? What the heck? That sucks. Give it a minute. Mohammed, can you tell us more about the next competition? Yeah, like how to craft Salmon Panini and Mocha Coffee. I mean, yeah, I can go into those details if you'd like. But right now, Mohammed, what I'm showcasing is the no NFT builds that I did for Salmon Panini, which is this one right here. This made 29 Salmon Panini per hour, and this is for Mocha Coffee. This one did 35 Mocha Coffee per hour. Now, I don't expect you to like combine these two and make 29 Starlight market boxes per hour, that would be too difficult. Probably you do half and half, so like maybe 15 Starlight market boxes per hour, which seems very low in my opinion. Unless I'm missing something, it does seem very low. There we go. I don't know why it got stuck on there. So one similarity between both of them, the milk setup. You see how you need milk over here for salmon panini? And you need it for mocha coffee. Mocha coffee also requires the pottery shops, which in this case, I was using the wind turbines to provide energy for those. Over here, I was also using wind turbines to provide energy for the wild net fishing. So this wasn't the most optimized build. I guess neither one of these were, because I didn't want to use a nuclear power. However, you need energy for both of these guys. You're gonna want to use nuclear power. Again, yeah. You're gonna want to use nuclear power. You want it close to the pottery shops, and you also need it for the wild net fishing or fishing platforms if you're gonna do that, but I suggest just sticking to wild net fishing. Then you're gonna need, like, I guess the same amount of space for the milk here, and then like I said, you're not gonna make like 35 mocha coffee, you're gonna make maybe 15 and then 15 salmon panini. That's my guess right now. At least could be a little higher since you're using a nuke and you don't need all these wind turbines. Both of them need tractors, of course. You're gonna use up a lot of space on the what are these called? Coffee bean plants? Coffee plants? So like half that, all those coffee plants you see there, half of those will be coffee plants and the other half will be lettuce fields, I believe. Oh, and you also need the cocoa trees to make the chocolate. I see half this build is just going to be milk barns, meadows, and crops. Wheat stand is going to be a huge help. So you can get rid of hopefully all those meadows depending on what wheat stand you have, if you do have a wheat stand NFT. And you also need flour for some of those crafts. The candy shops are for the marshmallows. Also, neither one of these, we were not given an oil seep for either one of these. The next competition will provide us with a biome for the oil seep. A biome that comes with an oil seep. And pretty much the entire gas setup done. I don't know if that's the best gas setup. I might try just sticking to that. I mean, the oil seep is there, so there's not like a whole lot of room to mess with it. Actually, it's really not the best. I don't like the fact that the roads are touching the East Desert. I actually don't like that setup. No, yeah, I'll probably adjust that. I don't like the roads touching the side. I'm just not a fan of doing it that way. I feel like it wastes potential. They both need windmills. Salmon panini seems like it needs more windmills though than the mocha coffee does. They both need cafes. They both have a lot of similarities that I didn't realize before, but yeah, they do. They both need salt. Sorry, I'm just going back and forth, trying to see what other similarities and such. Who's a pantry for? The salmon panini? Yeah, I guess the salmon panini must have been stored in the pantry. You will need to make seafood warehouse again for the salmon, the shrimp, and the fish jump. Let's keep that in mind. Okay, the only other advice I can give right now, since you are going to need salt fields, you do want to try, or really you should have some windmills on a green craft timer. That'll be more efficient, especially since you need so many of them. So you see how I did that in both builds. You could also attempt to do that closer to your milk setup, like I did with this windmill. Actually, I did it with all three of these. But you're not going to need oil pumps since we do have the oil seat for the next one. But yeah, you can try to fit more green timer windmills close to your milk setup. It does depend on how you're doing it, whether you're doing meadows or feed mills, but it can be done both ways. Yeah, I think that's all I had to show for those two. Seems a little complicated, I think, at first. I mean, you also need mines. Yeah, I forgot to mention that, but you do need mines. So we need nuclear power. Yeah. If for it to be efficient, yes, you want nuclear power. If you don't have nuclear power, it's definitely not going to be as good. Because you need energy for the wild net fishing and for the pottery shops. And you don't want dirty casted on them, so you cannot use power plants. So it's like basically a must, or you're gonna struggle to get top 1,200 in my opinion, or you're just not gonna get very high rank. Hello, I can't I don't think I can pronounce your name because it's if I'm not mistaken it's in Russian, but welcome. Sessa, we have oil seep in this competition. Yes, we do. So that's a pretty good space saver. Girl Gamer, I've been designing since last night. It's fun to fit all in. Yeah, that's one of the fun parts. I was gonna start designing something last night too, but nah, I just didn't get around to doing it. I cleared the casual town because I was intending to like start building there and practicing. I'm just gonna wait until the update kicks in, but yeah, I'm gonna try to start some design on my visualizer with all the NFTs I have. So yeah, speaking of that, my intention is I will work on my personal build first for this competition. I have a lot of NFTs that can help me out, especially the tables of appreciation to help me make baguettes and cheese. And then after I am done, hopefully by Saturday I finish. After I'm done, I may try to work on a no NFT build. I have thought about doing like I've done this before where I do like a competition. People share their no NFT builds with me, and then I randomly pick one, showcase that, and they also get a prize, an NFT prize that I have to spare. I thought about doing that. I don't know if I still want to do it for this weekend, for this competition. What do you guys think? Should I? Or should I just work on my own no NFT build? Although I'm gonna have less time to work on it. Probably only like Sunday. I might actually even get it out kind of late. That's the thing. It really depends on how fast I can finish my own personal build, because I do intend to work on my own personal build first for this one. But if I make a competition out of it, I have a few NFTs I don't use that I could reward, like the Quake Builder and the Chocolatier. I can't remember the other one. Maybe a pave road? Some people make good no NFC builds better than mine. But that's probably because they spend more time on them, to be honest. Or maybe they're just better than me. Yeah, that's probably it. They're more skilled than I am. Let's just put it that way. So you're saying, I want to apologize for joining the Discord channel and posting a couple of videos. I won't be posting anymore. I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to. Feel free to post videos if you want to, it's fine. Not sure if you're referring to the Gala Games Discord or my Discord. I don't think I've seen anybody else post videos on my Discord. You actually can if you want to. I have a channel called CGW Videos, which nobody's really posted there. But yeah, if you have Common Ground World videos, you can post them there, that's fine. I accept competition to my videos even, so like if you're posting no NFT builds, it's completely fine. And that'll be on my Discord. Or yeah, Gala Games Discord, they have their own CGW videos. Post there if you want. But totally up to you. See Money, what's up? It's gonna be the first time in a while when I actually remember to log back in. That's good. Yeah. Also make 300 per hour. Nice. So you got my rate too. So you must be here. Moist, right? That's you? Moist NLO? Cause yeah, because I think you were posting videos earlier. And they were pretty good. Yeah, feel free to do that if you still want to. Mohammed says thanks, no problem. I'm actually surprised I've been posting... I managed to post a no NFT build for so many competitions. I rarely ever miss them. If I know I'm gonna not have time at all, then yeah, I'll mention that. But most of the time it's like, if I have time and I think I can do it, I will do it. Same thing goes for this next one. Might not be as good. It usually turns out pretty good though. But I keep it simple. I keep the no NFT builds very simple in my opinion. I don't do any complicated subgridding stuff. I think it would be better, but that's if you're working on your own build and you manage to do that and it turns out better, then good for you. That's how it should be. Honestly, I don't really want to share builds that are better than the really skilled people that work on their own builds. I think they should perform better. Uh, 40 minutes to go in the competition. I'm ranked 41 now, so slowly dropping. But I should be able to hold on. Davidson, hello. Late today? Yeah, well, as long as you're here, yeah, that's good. I was checking this out earlier, David, because apparently I can click manage and it'll show me the last time somebody logged in. So Ann Izuna. Let me mention them on Discord, actually. Have they really not logged in for 2 days? Perhaps they're busy, but like the competition's about to end and I kind of don't want them to miss out. Sure, maybe it'll push some of you guys down a rank. That's if they even log in. Yeah, but apparently you can click manage and check the last time somebody logged in, which is kind of cool. That was me. The notification for taking a screenshot. I'm gonna tag them. If they don't answer, then oh well, I tried. Can't say I didn't try. But yeah, earlier I think, Davidson, I clicked on yours and oh, it says 5 minutes ago. But yeah, I think earlier it said 13, logged in 13 minutes ago. And I know like Hooray hasn't logged in 2 weeks, so he's taking a break right now from the vacations. Firebloom is my girlfriend's account. She did the competition like 3 or 4 weeks ago. She hasn't played since. She rarely does the competitions, only when she has a lot of spare time. Benji, hello. How are you doing, Benji, in your favorite competition? Top 25? Am I right, Benji? I haven't updated the playbook yet, but yeah, I'll do that after this with the new meta values and everything. Eduardo beat? Yeah, I figured. Yeah, so 23rd place. Making sure. Well, that's what it's showing right now, right? Troy Mills, hello. Good morning, Dub. Hello, Troy Mills. Davidson, I'm on vacation. This week has been complicated, but I'll manage to reach the top 400. Okay, cool. Even on vacation, yeah. I remember for the uniform meta last year, I was on vacation for that one and I still got a good rank. Well, I think it was top 400 actually. It wasn't that good of a rank, but I did that one on my phone. So I barely tried and I still got top 400. Well, if you haven't logged in for 2 days, I think it would take like an hour to log in, and the competition's only going for 36 more minutes. I think it's so risky to not log in until the very last hour, especially if you've been offline for 2 days. Troy Mills says 578 with 27 minutes to go. Hope I stay in top 600. Hopefully. That's 36 minutes to go. I think I talked about all the news I had for Common Ground World, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, even if it's like on another Gala game, feel free to ask. I see they made some changes to Champions Arena too, which I still play like every day, but it's mostly just to get top 50 every season and get the 2 minting scrolls. But an interesting change they made in Champions Arena, they made it so where people cannot distribute all their gems or lapis to one single person, which people were doing this so that they can sell lapis and gems for Gala or Ethereum or real money. Basically the same as real world trading. Which I thought, yeah, probably it is against the rules, but people do it anyways because they want to play and earn. But they basically patched that, and you can't do that anymore. It'll only let you distribute a certain percentage. So the people who relied on that to make some kind of profit in Champions Arena cannot do that anymore, which is interesting. I'm pretty sure that's gonna upset some people. Not sure why they had to patch that. But yeah, that happened. I think Champions Arena is missing out on the fact that they could make people happier if they created some kind of token that allowed them to trade Lapis or gems. But they don't want to do that. Because Eternal Paradox did this with stamina. It helps some people earn. I know that for sure. But it did cause a little bit of an issue there. Davison, 2 days without logging in. It took about 50 minutes to get in. Yeah, I figure it takes about an hour. So if somebody tries to log in right now and they didn't log in for 2 days, I don't think they'd make it. No problem, Troy. Benji says, this time I stayed on all competition. Wanted to check all work after the mistakes I made before and was afraid I'd be at work now. I see. Do you have remote view, Benji? I would assume you do. Like, you do this on your computer and then you can remote view it from your phone just to make sure everything's working. I mean, that's what I do. And if you realize something wasn't added, then you can just quickly add it on your auto cell. Oh, the Treasure Tapper game that was mentioned too. Does anybody here play the Treasure Tapper game? Because I don't, right? I don't play it. So somebody here surely plays it. What's the incentive? Do you play it for fun? Do you play a cookie clicker game for fun? Or are you earning something? That's what I want to know. I'm asking genuinely, because I have no idea. Why are people playing the Treasure Tapper game? I know that some people are basically just botting it. They run an auto clicker, because that's what it is. It's just a clicker game. They'll run a script to auto click. I'll refresh the game so they can auto click more. There's no incentive as far as I'm aware. So maybe somebody here has more clarity on that. I think one of the reasons why they made that was because of popularity in Tapper games around that point. Maybe it's still popular, I don't know. But there was this one game on Steam that got popular. It was a Tapper game on a banana or something. And you basically earned bananas and you sold them. And some people were selling them for a lot of money. Supposedly, I watched a video on this. Maybe they got the idea from that. So I don't know exactly how this Treasure Tapper thing works, but I'm wondering, like, do you get some kind of NFTs or tokens from all that tapping? Because I haven't heard anyone mention that. And if you don't, then what's the point exactly? Why are people doing it? Mohammed says, will you upload a video for the next competition, no NFT? Right now, that's my intention, although it might be uploaded late. It depends, because I'm intending to work on my own build first, and then I'll work on the no NFT build. I also thought about, like, maybe have somebody else do the build for this one. Pick someone, give them an NFT as a prize for sharing their build, possibly. I think it's a little too late to do that, though. Usually I decide on it beforehand. Maybe for one of the next ones. But yeah, Mohammed, that's my intention. It does seem kind of like a complicated build. Like, I know for sure I'm gonna need a nuke. It just has to be next to the wild net fishing and the pottery shops. A quarter of the build's gonna be in milk barns. The other quarter of the build's gonna be crops. It's gonna be kind of packed. I'm thinking it's only gonna be making like 10 or 15 per hour. And here's another problem. Benji probably doesn't want me to talk about this, but I think that the amount of stars that the meta item is going to give out should be looked into at least by the team. That's pretty much all I'm going to say, because 30,000 stars per Starlight Market Box? This doesn't seem like an easy item to make, that's for sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just wondering why they didn't make it like 100,000 stars. Most of the items, they make them 40,000 or 50,000 stars. Why 30,000? Anyways, I wouldn't be surprised if it got changed. Is all I'm saying. Like, for the fun of it. So I can make my Pinot Noir Rush, right, guys? I can make 1,000 per hour, and that only takes up like half the build, half my town. Each one of those gives 808 stars. That's 808,000 stars per hour, which is the same as 27 of those boxes. So if I wanted to be really lazy, I wanted to do, for the competition, I just did my wine rush, finished it in 15 minutes, go on fast forward. I would get the same amount of stars as somebody making 27 Starlight Market Boxes per hour, which is already beyond the no NFT rate. I might be wrong, but I don't think you can make more than 20 of them max without NFTs. That would be really difficult to do also. Probably 15 would be a good number for no NFT. But yeah, like 20 would probably be the higher limit. I would already be beating all the no NFT rates with a build that only took me 15 minutes to finish, and it's only going to take up half the town. I could do something else on the other half. I could do something with gold. Something super lazy that wouldn't take that long. I'm not saying it would be top 100, no, not at all, but like top 400, maybe even top 225. It's possible. That would save me the trouble of having to do this brand new meta. Now, am I gonna do that? No, I do want to do the meta, of course, and I do think the star value would probably be adjusted. But yeah, it's just an interesting thought. Troy says, seems to be the number of stars for the meta final product is irrelevant. It does make a difference, Troy. There has been certain situations where making another item, it's not going to be as competitive, but it's going to be close to the meta. It really depends on how many NFTs a player has. Benji, no nuke, power plant, and 880 orbs are much easier. That's true, yeah. Not everybody has the orbs. They are a cheap NFT to pick up. But, yeah. If they don't have the orbs, then they had to use the nuke. And for my no NFT builds, I'm gonna assume that they don't have the orbs, so yeah, they would have to build a nuke. If they want to save themselves the trouble, they'll buy an orb. They're still gonna have to make ice blocks for the seafood storage warehouse unless they buy a seafood warehouse NFT. This one. If you're in a guild that helps you make ice blocks, that's still gonna be nice. Benji, if I do the same build I did now for Sushi, same like 34 to 38 box. Yeah. And you don't really have to do any thinking. I mean, the waterways might be different though. Actually, no, you probably don't care about the oceans. I don't think I've seen your build. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not using wild net fishing. I'm pretty sure you're just using advanced fishing platforms. Oh, you definitely are, yeah. I remember how many you said you're using. Mohammed, I played Treasure Tapper game for a week. Told you so, wasted time. Oh, okay. Was it fun, Mohammed? Or it really was just a waste of time? To be fair, most games, they're a waste of time. That's the whole point of it. Like, yeah, that's the whole point. It's to have fun, but the game itself is a waste of time, yes. I mean, when you play this game, you could say it's a waste of time. It's a game. You could be, I don't know, getting work done, doing chores. But you play it for fun. You play it for a distraction from all that. And in this case, I know most people play this because there's a reward involved. A reward, a monetary reward. So that's another incentive. Mohammed relying on you to upload video, too busy. I get that. Yeah, I know some people say that as well. Like they try to do their own build, but just sometimes they're too busy. So they'll just use mine or they'll work on mine. Like they'll add their NFTs to mine and tweak it. That's completely fine. I'm glad I'm able to help people that way. The only thing is that it would suck if I don't get build outs and people were relying on it and then they just decide not to do the competition because they don't like want to wing it, so they don't want to take that risk or they don't want to spend too much time figuring it out. That sucks, but yeah, that could happen, you know. That's why I don't make any guarantees on getting the no NFT builds out. Troy Mill says, yes, waste a lot of time playing Common Ground World. Just ask my wife. Benji, only River is the same position. Yeah, that's good. River for all the lettuce heads, coffee plants. I actually don't think I need lettuce heads because I'm using the Spring Garden NFTs. But yeah, I'm going to need all those coffee plants. I don't need cocoa trees because I do have the chocolate fountains. I kind of... If the coffee bean NFT stand, what was it called? The coffee cart, right? That coffee cart? If that was on sale, I would probably pick one up. But no, it's not on sale, so I'm not going to. All right, man. Dub, just to say, I thought I was going to sit out this meta, but I stuck with a few tweaks of your build. Thanks for the ice NFT that I borrowed. Going to finish about 650, but please. Oh, yeah, for sure. You're welcome. Yeah, glad I was able to help you out that way. But yeah, I'll try to work on the no NFT build as well. I just want to do my own build first on this one. Sometimes I'll flip-flop like that. Because I have a lot of NFTs for this competition that's coming up. I know I'll have some to spare. Like, I have 16 tables of appreciation. I need to use some for baguettes and cheese. I'm not going to use all of them. So yeah, the spare ones I will have in my supporters only guild. Now, who gets first dib on those depends. I do prioritize the Super Dub Club members and then go down from there. But we'll see how many NFTs I have to spare. I might even bridge some of my... I can only put 20 NFTs in here, right? So probably max 2 NFTs per player, and it really just depends on how many people join my temporary supporters guild. But we'll see how many useful NFTs I can spare for this. I would think some tables, but I don't really know what else. Cliff, I also rely on your no NFT required builds whenever too busy on weekends to test. Yeah. Davidson, I play this game for fun, and so far I never withdrawn any money from it. Okay, yeah. Some people do that, yeah, though, for the lack of a better term, they'll reinvest their earnings into other NFTs. I know Gala Games says it's not an investment, but that's what they'll do. 20 minutes on rank 217. And you're barely holding on to the top 225, so hopefully you make it. My rate's at a stable 300 per hour. I guess sometimes it just depends on how it starts out. Because yeah, I was doing 295 per hour all night. The first day I was doing 305 per hour. And somebody was asking me how what I think about the new NFT now that they confirmed the workers move at double the speed. I still don't like the new NFT just because the craft times are the same. If they had reduced craft times, yes, I would like the NFT, and I would even consider getting it at that point. But as it is right now with the same craft times, it doesn't seem that interesting. Yeah, Rachel. Actually, I thought you were already in here. Yeah, you're in here, Rachel. I don't know if you borrowed the NFTs I had here to make ice blocks, but yeah, that's the plan. That's still gonna be here. I actually don't know if I'm gonna loan out the diamond water pump. Normally I let them borrow it so they can do the ice block setup. So they might have to just rely on the 2 water pumps that we start off with on that map. Because I think I'm going to need to use the diamond water pump for my own build. I'm not exactly sure yet. I think so, because there's pottery shops involved, and I need to make a bunch of ceramic mugs. So we'll get back to that. But the NFTs for the ice blocks, for sure I'll have that here. At the start, probably, yeah, the green forges and the pots of gold to help with Gold Rush. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what else yet, other than maybe a couple tables. Troy says, I always try to my own design first, but usually end up going with your no NFT design. Example, this week I kept tweaking my own design, but at the end of the day, wasn't confident that it would perform as well as yours. But that's good that you try, Troy. Eventually you will make a build that's better than mine, or you'll just make a build and I didn't happen to share one that week. So you'll be already at an advantage. Yeah, the light circus. I will probably use all the light circuses on the next one. Actually, he's been holding on to that one since that last competition we did 2 weeks ago. So I'll take that back after the competition ends. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to use all those light circuits for the next competition. For sure, I'll use my nourish barns for all the milk I need. The table appreciations will help me with not using as much milk. So Tweet says, and the reduction of items is so minimum. All the ingredients still need to craft, just a little lower quantity. Yeah, the reduction of items, it's not even that good. Except for lasagna. I do think the reduction of pasta sauce is really big for lasagna. But that's the only one that stood out. But if they buff that new NFT and reduce the craft times, yeah, I think it'll be worth it. But who knows if they will do that? Yeah, just too risky. I didn't buy the Table of Appreciation when it first went on sale. Even with the initial buffs, you know they buffed it during May. I wasn't interested. I didn't think it was good enough. Then they buffed it again like a month later because people complained that the Grapevine Express, is that what it's called? Yeah, this NFT, they complained that it wasn't working with it to make Pinot Noir wine. And that only was brought up because of the Sommelier Vineyard. This NFTs would started that little argument. This reduces the craft time of all the wineries. It wasn't working on the Table of Appreciation, I think. Or it was just that the effect card wasn't working on the Table of Appreciation. So after enough top players complained, I guess, they ended up buffing it, the Table of Appreciation, so that it would work. And that is what made Wine Rush finally viable, in my opinion. Before that, Wine Rush, I knew it existed, I knew it was possible, but it actually didn't make sense to do it. You would get more cash just selling glass bottles. But after that changed, I noticed, yeah, now you get more cash from selling Pinot Noir wine. So that's why I pivoted and I bought a bunch of tables. And now I have Wine Rush. Those Six Thoughts said, hey Dub, was there any updates on Play to Earn? No new updates, same updates. It's still expected to come out by the end of this month. That would be in 2 weeks. If we don't see the update in 2 weeks, I think at that point it's late. They're obviously still going to come out with it, but it's just going to be delayed. Hopefully that doesn't happen. They said they're still making good progress on it. I think 2 weeks ago they showed like what it would look like. Where did I have that post? It showed that. They have the UI done, so I would assume they have everything coded. They're just testing it. And I think they did mention that they are testing daily challenges at the moment, making sure everything works. But yeah, they did talk about it a little bit more. Seems like they're making good progress. So hopefully that comes out by the end of the month. Rachel was a game changer for my rush. I'm saving up to buy one. I hope it doesn't sell out before I have enough Gala. They sold a lot of the light circuses in the Gala store. I believe the initial quantity was 1,000. I don't think it'll sell out right now. In the future it will, yeah, but right now I don't think so. And Rachel, I would look into buying it from NFT Harbor, because I do know some people are selling it there. Well, for sure it's going to be cheaper on NFT Harbor. I've heard some people buy it for 250 bucks. Usually people sell it for around 300. On the Gala Game store, I think it's 500. I think that's what it sold for. So yeah, much cheaper on NFT Harbor right now, because a lot of people bought them, because I think they were gonna, some of these people were intending to flip them, I guess, but I guess it didn't work out. Rank 590 with 13 minutes to go. Yeah. I mean, apparently they have a QA team, quality assurance team, that does testing, Troy. And then when the update comes out, we find a bug within like the first 5 minutes. It's crazy. Mohammed, there's no excitement in the treasure tapper game. It's not fun at all, but games like Common Ground are really fun and full of joy. Always thankful for your generosity. Of course, you are welcome. I mean, I have fun with this game. Otherwise, I wouldn't be playing it every week, but I do have fun with this game. I also really enjoy playing Eternal Paradox. I haven't made any content for that in a while. I enjoy playing the game more than making content for it, but I really should make some content for it. I know people have been asking. In Eternal Paradox, like right now, I'm the #1 player. At least for the moment. I don't think that'll last forever. But yeah, this game in Eternal Paradox, I really enjoy playing. Champions Arena, I'll still play it, but I'm not really like that big in that game. I'll play it a little bit just to get the minstrels and just slowly over time keep collecting legendary NFTs just by doing that. I don't feel like there's that much hype on Champions Arena, but people still play it. But yeah, the treasure tapper game never caught my interest. It's just like cookie clicker. Just tap, 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 just use an auto clicker. I'm pretty sure that's what people do. Yeah, I don't think there's any real excitement in that treasure tapper game either. Most of the people that were talking about it are bots. Maybe it did provide some engagement to Gala games. So like a bunch of people did come in, play treasure tapper for some reason. And from there they watched some videos. Perhaps they got into some other games like Common Ground World or Eternal Paradox. Maybe. I've not heard of that. I'm just saying that's a maybe. But I don't know. I think most of the people that were playing treasure tapper were probably just auto-clicking it, or they were bots or something. I don't know for sure. I think is what I'm saying. Rachel says, oh wow, that's a great deal. I bought from OpenSea before. Wonder if anyone's selling there. I should check out the secondary market. Yeah, maybe OpenSea. You just have to pay the gas fee. But yeah, that could work too. I haven't bought from OpenSea in a while. Most of my trades are peer-to-peer. Otherwise, I will use NFT Harbor. But the only reason I mostly do peer-to-peer is because people trust me at least. So they'll send to me first and then I'll send to them. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend it. I do recommend NFT Harbor, obviously. You don't want to get scammed from peer-to-peer trades because there's always that risk. And just the same reminder I say like every week, just watch out for people impersonating others, people impersonating me, people impersonating Farmer Michelle, or other trusted members in the community trying to scam you. Yeah, always make sure you're talking to an actual person. Watch out for people that just created a Discord account that same day or that same week, and they joined my Discord, for example, Dub Community. They just happened to join today, right? And the first message they put, want to buy, want to sell, usually tokens. I can tell that when these people are like super suspicious and they join my Discord and that's the first thing they say. I can't really accuse people. Also, they try to send me a friend request. They'll just immediately create an account. They'll send friend requests to a bunch of well-known people in the community because they want to have that mutual friends on there. They want to have the same mutual friends as you so that you can trust them. I can't guarantee they're scammers, but that's That's exactly what a scammer would do, is all I'm saying. I've seen that happen a couple times now. It's a scam waiting to happen, is what I think. It's just so suspicious. But I can't really call people out for it because it's not fair. They just created the account. Who knows? Maybe it's a legit person, but I wouldn't count on it. Just 4 minutes to go, guys. Martin, can you take a screenshot? I just seen your Discord message. Is it not showing your messages? I scroll up and I see the messages above. But yeah, that was a couple minutes ago, actually. Odd, maybe connection issue. Mohammed, it's all watching ads. Oh, and Treasure Topper? Oh, that sounds lame. Troy, Common Ground World has lost a lot of its allure. Only 1,600 players this week. Yeah, that's been the average lately. 1,600. Before that, it was 2,000. For a little while, it was 2,500 to 3,000. Is that Poison all the way down there? I guess he didn't play the competition. He must have just logged in and immediately logged out. Odd. Volcron? Volcron did the same? Okay, I don't know. This leaderboard's being weird. Maybe that's not even right. Cliff's calling it close. Close. That's cutting it close. Yeah, Cliff. Rachel, last time I bought an OpenSea, it was still called Townstar. Oh yeah, they did finally change it though, but yeah. Yeah, Martin, I'm not sure if you're actually putting messages in the YouTube chat because I don't see them. Let me see. Yeah, you sent me a screenshot, Martin. I don't see that on here. That's so weird. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But you can still see the stream live, right? Yeah, that's strange. 1 minute to go. Dini saying, how many seafood warehouses do you think we are going to need for this competition? 2. Because you need shrimp, fish, chum, and salmon. It's possible you could do it with 1. But to be safe, probably 2. The only way it would work with 1 is if you're overproducing something. So like, let's say you're using all your shrimp to make fish chum. Or you're using all your fish chum to make salmon. That way you don't have 3 different items on the seafood warehouse. But anyways, I would suggest 2 seafood warehouses to stay safe, basically. Benji, last time I bought an OpenSea was just for competition. So like a few days ago. Troy Mills, remember during COVID there were 4,000 people playing. Well, during COVID there was a whole lot more people online. So I believe that. And Troy, before daily challenges were turned off, like around that time when competitions were going on, if I'm not mistaken, it was somewhere around like 5,000 to 10,000 people playing. And sure, maybe like half of those are alternate accounts or multi-accounters, who knows, but it was around that number. So like the 1,600 people we see playing right now, some of those are definitely alternate accounts. I don't think those are all individual players. And also, that's not the actual amount of people that were actively competing. That was just the amount of people that joined and then immediately left. I didn't scroll up enough to see how many people were like actually competing. The results. 41th, so top 50. Very good. Mission accomplished. Let me know how you did, Cliff. Did you make it? Unfortunately, Rahif and Spartans didn't get top 25, but they still made top 50. Nice job, Benji. Got top 25. Guillermo's up here. Planet Bob, NTX. And of course, we got the top people over here. O-Town. Who's Roadrunner? Is that Nacho? Is that Nacho's friend? I did hear Nacho is back from his vacation. I don't know if he competed on this one or if he's going to compete on the next. Maybe he changed his name. Who knows? Roadrunner. It does have the Sin tag, which is the new tag of TSM. They changed it to Syndicate. Oaken Shield, first time top 100, 95th place. Nice. Congratulations. Bayes says that too. Troy says 595 with your no NFT design. First time in top 600 in a long time. Very nice. Cliff 221, my first 225 finish. Thanks, Stub. You are welcome. Great job. I'm gonna load up my slow town, as Martin calls it. Didn't take that long because I loaded it up last night. And then after that, I wait for the new update to come out. I did clear the town and everything on the current casual town, but I'm like, might as well wait for the new update and practice on the actual new biome. I don't need the ocean, but yeah, I'll just wait. Davidson 310, good for me. Dini exactly 300. Rachel 149, Girl Gamer 104. So close. Let me try to remember how to make some of these things. Like marshmallows? I know that one used sugar. Sugar, cornstarch, salt. Okay. I didn't even realize we needed a corn at first, to be honest. Sure thing, Troy. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, actually. Thanks for being here. Girl Gamer, next week, what's the best rushes? I mean, I still think it's gold. It's like cornstarch was cash boosted, right? Yeah, cornstarch is cash boosted. That's not a bad thing, but like I've said this before, I don't like cash rushes that involve windmills because it's hard to scale them up past a certain point. So the cornstarch cash rush would only truly work like very well if you have these light circuses or the bright wind so that you can have green timer windmills. Preferably passive corn. You don't absolutely need it, but that would be preferred. Even if it's just one spooky wheel. You need 2 spooky wheels to have full passive corn. If you have those NFTs, which are not cheap, cornstarch would be a good cash rush just because it's cash boosted. For the people who have a bunch of candy shop NFTs and stuff to make sugar and corn and salt, and yeah, marshmallows would also be very good with the cash rush, the cash boost, I mean. But for no NFTs, Gold Rush is still the way to go. Girl Gamer, I currently do Jam. So you have the NFTs for Jam. So yeah, Jam Rush works as well. Salmon is one of the best cash rushes. I don't know if it's the very best, but it's one of the best. But yeah, I mean, that's a lot of NFTs. This is like the wine rush. It's a lot of NFTs. A hot cocoa, 2 chocolate bar, 1 milk, 1 ceramic mug. And then a bunch of coffee beans to make mocha coffee. Coffee plant takes 7 water, 6-minute craft time. Jeez. Yeah, I'm just trying to refresh my memory on some of these things. Jeez, coffee beans are annoying to craft. I know lettuces also. So I'm glad I get to use the Spring Garden NFTs for the passive lettuce heads. But I don't have anything to help me with coffee beans. That's unfortunate. Actually, let me just search up over here. What is it called? Oh, here it is. Coffee cart. Reduces craft times by 30%. Actually, I thought it was better. The coffee cart only gives 2 passive coffee beans? Really? I thought it gave more than that. Well, it can't be wrong. It's on the Townstar playbook. But I don't have the NFT. Rachel says, will we be able to buy NFTs with dirt from daily earnings? They said no. The dirt is not intended to be used to buy NFTs. It's only intended for upgrading those NFTs and for using them for temporary buffs. So the main utility is for upgrading NFTs. That's where they're supposed to get their value from. Wow, yeah, it's only 2 passive coffee beans for 300 bucks. Nope. Nope, nope. I guess a quarter of my build's gonna be coffee plants. Who knows? There's no easy way around it. Okay. what's gonna take up the most space. Gonna need all that passive water and all those plants. I think that's what I did for my personal mocha coffee build as well. Like a bunch of coffee plants, like half the build. Girl Gamer says it's an incredibly hard build this week. I just finished designing, not a build. Best of luck on that design. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I haven't even started designing mine. So is it harder than sushi boats? Maybe it is. Or maybe it's very similar. I don't know if it's harder than sushi boats or very similar to it in difficulty. I understand you're still gonna need the ice block set up. You're still gonna need one nuke. I don't think you need more than one nuke at least, but you will need one nuke. So it shouldn't be as expensive as sushi boats. There's also a lot of similarities between the mocha coffee and the salmon panini. Like, you're gonna need milk and a lot of space is gonna be used for crops. Deployment says way harder than sushi boats. Okay. It's harder. Benji says yes, much harder, too many things needed. I guess because there are a lot of different items required. Okay. People seem to be saying much harder for sure. Harder than sushi, says Mohammed. Seems like that's the sentiment. Yeah. It's not easier, that's for sure. I know it's not easier. But it's either about the same difficulty or it is harder, since there's more items involved. Because yeah, you're only gonna make like maybe 10 per hour or 15 with no NFTs, that is. The most I see happening is 20. That's a large gap from like 10 to 20, but that's like maybe a very well optimized build. I'd probably aim somewhere around 10 to 15. For my personal build, I'm just not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, that was it. That's all the wine I can sell. I did clear up one spot here, so now I have, what is this? 13 more spots to go. And then I'll be able to use this to practice other builds at 20 times slower speeds. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'll probably just keep the same thing going. Log in on it once a week or something. Hopefully it doesn't freeze up and then I can't get back on it. It's fitting everything in. I guess so, because yeah, there's a lot of buildings required. Have one of every building or something. Oh, I see, Coinman. Yeah. A lot of items had to be shared between. Yeah, that does make it more difficult for sure. Oh, it sounds like a nightmare. Man, we'll see. We'll see if I can get around to doing the no NFT build then. The worst case scenario, I'll share something, but it won't even be like that great. But who knows? We'll find out. Find out later. Well, that's gonna be everything for me. So I'll probably make some food, get some stuff done, and then hopefully by then the new update's gonna be live and I can set up my glass bottle rush, collect some cash, and start working on my own personal build. Hopefully I can have something done today, not the entire build, but something, test it, and then hopefully I can finish my build by tomorrow. I try to finish my builds like within 1 or 2 days and then start working on a no NFT build. So I'm hoping it's not going to take as too long to finish my personal build. I think it will. That's the problem. I do think it'll take longer than I think it's going to take. But we'll see. You know, maybe I'll get lucky. Or I'll settle. I'll settle for whatever I can get. Some rate that'll get me top 50 or top 25. We'll see. But appreciate everyone being here. I hope you all have a great weekend. Hope the competition went well for you all, and you're ready for apparently a harder competition than we just had. Best of luck to everyone. Have a great weekend, everyone. See y'all later.